Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This is a track guide for the Formula Vee around Okayama Full. A really great track, a lot to learn here. Let's get into it. Approaching turn 1, of course you want to be all the way on the left. I use this Marshall post as my braking point. You want to brake hard in the beginning and then you want to trail it off just a bit, going for a late apex. I turn in when I start to bleed off the brake, and you can see this scorched ground here on the right. This is where you want to apex, and then you want to follow it all the way out to the left and use as much as you can. I go a little bit over in this run. Coming up to turn 2, here you don't have to use the brake at all. All you have to do is use the weight transfer of the car, going off and on the throttle. I turn in by the Marshall post, and a little bit after that the tarmac will widen a little bit. This is where I go off the throttle, as you can see here, and then you want to aim for a later apex. Try and keep as much throttle in as possible. Once you get to the curb, go full throttle and use of course all of the track over here. You can use the green part as well. Now take the shortest route possible. Coming up to turn 4, this is the most important corner on the track for your qualification time, but not as much in the race because of the long straight after. So I brake just after this 50 board here on the left, and then you want to go for a later apex, straightening the corner as much as possible. It is going uphill as well. I hit the brake hard and then I trail brake just a little bit into the corner. I aim for a burnt patch of grass besides the curb. You can see it here. As soon as I get to that, I go full throttle. That should keep you quite nice to the right side so you don't drive too many meters. Now we have the longest straight of the track. This is where you want to watch out for overtakes. Draft is really strong down here, so watch out. This is probably one of the best places to overtake because of the draft, and you will have a lot of overspeed, so this corner is where you really want to defend. Coming for turn 5, I use this 50 board on the left as my braking marker. I brake hard and then I trail brake all the way to the apex. The corner is cambered in, so you can carry a bit more speed here than you think. When I start going off the curb after being on it, I go full throttle, going all the way to the left and quickly back to the right. Coming up to turn 6, again, this is a corner where you don't have to brake at all. All you have to do is lift off the throttle. I go off the throttle at the white line where it turns a bit more gray. Then you want to steer in at that point as well. You want to aim and hit as much as the curb on the inside as you dare, and use all of the runoff of course. When you use all the runoff, you have opened up turn 7 quite a lot more. You don't have to brake for turn 7. You can use the weight transfer of the car to turn the car in. I turn in by this red and white curb here and aim for a later apex. As soon as I hit that, go full throttle and use all of the runoff on the right. Now just keep it in third all the way down to turn 8. Coming up to turn 8, this is a hard corner for me to pinpoint a braking marker for you. I use the fence on the top of the little hill to the left. As soon as that disappears, I brake hard and I trail off the brake all the way to the apex of the corner. I turn in when I lose sight of the wall on the inside. My apex is about the middle of the corner. As soon as I get to the curb, I go on the throttle, but you don't want to go too far to the right. The more you have been able to open up turn 9, the better. You want to go for a late apex nearly at the end of the curb. As soon as you get to the left side of the track, you want to cut it back and turn into the corner. I give it a little dab of brake when I go from the mesh to the straight lines on the fence, and then I apex, as I said, all the way back here. Just before I hit the curb, I go full throttle and then use all the curb on the outside as well. The next one is partially blind, but you can cut this curb a little bit. Don't cut it too hard, it will unsettle the car. Coming up to the last corner, this one is really important, especially on the last lap, because people will be able to draft up past you if you don't get it right. I give it a dab of brake just about a car length before the gray part of the grass runs out, and then I turn the car in to apex mid of the corner. I like to go on top of the curb. I feel like it helps turn the car just that little bit more, and you can of course use all the runoff out here. And now that is a lap around Okayama Full in the Formula Vee. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it has helped you. If it did, leave a like down below. Consider subscribing as well. And now for the full hot lap.